In this screencast, I'm going to draw the animated sprite on the screen using the rectangle and the array of texture 2D files that we created in earlier steps. So in order to draw a rectangle on the screen, I do that in the draw method, which is the last method in your code window or your code for a single class game. So, but what I need to do before I use the draw statement, I need to always do this first. I need to say sprite batch.begin, and then I'm going to have my draw statement, and then I'm going to have sprite batch.end. So when your game is running, you're going to have a whole lot of statements in here between the sprite batch.begin and sprite batch.end. So you want to make sure that you add those two lines of code and then give yourself a lot of room for your draw statements. Now I'm only going to have one line here, but in the future I'm going to have many more. So what I'm going to write is sprite batch.draw, and now I need to list a texture 2D image, a rectangle, and a color that I've created. So my texture 2D image for each time the draw method is executed is going to be an element of the array of images. So mine is called monster textures, and now here's where animation count comes in to play. I say animation count, and then I do a comma, and I do monster rec, and then I do color.white. Now the color is the tinting. So color.white means no tinting at all. You can play around with doing different colors and seeing what you get. Sometimes it's good if you have multiple sprites and you want one player to be one and another player to be the other. You can do them with different tinting colors. Okay, now I need to make sure that animation count is cycling between 0 and, in my case, 7, because my array has images in positions 0 through 7. So what I do is right after graphics device, well, actually, let's do it beforehand. So the code we're going to add now isn't a statement commanding, telling the game to draw an image. It is going to be the series of statements that are going to increment animation count each time the draw method is fired. So I'm going to say animation count plus plus, and then I need to say have an if statement and say if animation count is equal to 8, meaning it's bigger than the last position in my array of texture 2D images, I set it back to 0. All right, so now I should have everything necessary to make my game go, or make an animated image appear on the screen. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to run it. Ooh, and I think it is a little cut off for the screencast. So there we go.